Dear students, in this video, I'm going to talk about very important topic, plant classification. Plant classification. While there are many ways to structure plant classification, one way is to group them into vascular and non-vascular plants, seed-bearing and spore-bearing, and Angiosperms and Gymnosperms. Plants can also be classified grasses, herbaceous plants, woody shrubs, and trees. Number 1. Tracheo Fighter. Don't have differentiated plant body. Various types of microorganisms like algae, fungi, and bacteria have been kept under it. Algae are classified into 3 categories: red, brown, and green algae. Now, a character of algae. Number 1. Shell wall of algae is made up of cellulose. Number 2. 6 organs of algae are unicellular. Number 3. Algae store their food in the form of stars. Now, reproduction. The type of reproduction of algae: vegetative, asexual, and sexual. Now, economic utilities. It is useful in the form of foodstuffs, agriculture, in trade and business, in biological research as the fodder of domestic animals, in the form of medicines, but it acts like a pollutant and contaminate the drinking water. Sulfurous algae produces a disease called red rust in the tea plants. Now, bryophyta. Plants are found at land and water, but amphibians like liverwort, moss, etc. These plants are also autotrophic as chloroplasts are present. Economic utilities. These plants have a good absorption capacity of water, and this can be used as food preventive measure. Moss plant used as fuel. Number B. Tracheo Fighter. These plants have well-developed vascular tissues and divided into xylem and phloem. Further, it is divided into 3 subgroups. Number A. Tracheo Fighter, B. Gymnosperms, and C. Angiosperms. Now, what is Tracheo Fighter? Example of Tracheo Fighter: ferns and club moss. Character: these plants are sporophyte, as spores of these plants are produced in sporangia. Number 2. The leaves in which sporangia produces is called sporophyll. Number 3. On gametophyte, the eggs is male and female sex organ. The other character of Tracheo Fighter are alternation of genes is also appeared, and less number zoospores are formed through zygote. Utilities of Tracheo Fighter: this plant is used as a fodder for the domestic animals, while the seed is used as medicines. Now, Gymnosperms, which have differentiated plant body with vascular tissue. The plants whose seeds are completely uncoated and there is complete lack of ovary. For example, ficus, pinus, cedrus. Character of Gymnosperms. Number 1. These plants are perennial and xerophytic, have clear-cut annual rings, undergo wind pollution and polyembryonic characteristics. Number 4. One or more cotyledons in an embryo exist with radicle and plumule. Now, economic utilities of Gymnosperm, which are used in the form of food, timber, and medicine. for decorative and domestic use, in making volatile oils, also used in the form of tanning and resin. What are angiosperm? Whose sheaths are coated and developed in an organ or ovary, are major food, fiber, spice and vivacious crops of flowering plants, also used as medicinal plants and respondent flavor spices, latex products like rubber, etc. Also used making perfumes, soaps and cosmetics. Character of angiosperm. Number 1. Reproductive organ of this plant is flower and double fertilization take place. Number 2. They are saprophytic, symbiotic and parasitic. Some are autotrophic also. Number 3. Normally appear on land but few are aquatic. The vascular tissues extremely well developed. Angiosperms. Number A. Monocotyledony or monocot. Leaves of these plants are much longer rather than broad stems of monocot like cambium, and hence they increase little in girth except palm tree. For example, maize, wheat, rice, onion, sugarcane, coconut, etc. Now, character of angiosperms. In the seed of this plant, one cotyledon is found. Number 2. The leaves have a parallel venation. The root of these plants are also not developed. Now, dicot plants or dicotyledony. These plants have 2 seed leaves. Here veins forming a network in their leaves. Almost have all the hardwood tree, species, pulses, fruits, vegetables, etc. For example, pea, potato, rose, apple, sunflower. Character of dicot plants. In the vascular part, cambium exists. Number 2. The dicot plants have a secondary coat. Number 3. In the seed of these plants, cotyledons are found. And number 4. The flower of the plant has multiples of 4 or 5 petals.